Hello, welcome back to another video. This time I'm going to tell you how to spend your money. Well, not really, but I am going to tell you about the top 5 things that I have purchased over my career as a DP so far, spanning 12 years now. Boy, that sounds like a long time now that I say it out loud. But these top 5 things were the best purchases I've made to date. I'm gonna tell you what they are. So let's get into it. Number 5. This one is pretty recently, and it is the Hollyland C1 comms.
This is Candy Cane. I've been looking for you all day.
I hate walkie-talkies, and I'm always on set being the guy that's like, I don't want the walkie. Getting these comms over these last few jobs has been so amazing. The set comes in 4, it's expandable to 8, but just being able to wear a set that's hands-free, there's no pack hanging down, it's all wireless.
Shit just got real.
And I can communicate with my gaffer, my first AC, the director. It just makes everything so easy, and it's all two-way, constant communication. I don't have to hit a button or a surveillance or this and that and the other thing. It has just made my life so much easier, and whether or not I get a rental on them or not, I'm going to take them on every shoot. Whether somebody wants to wear them or not, they will always be with me, and and at this point, after only a handful of uses, I can already say they will be invaluable. So if you don't have those in your set, I highly recommend checking them out. They work great. Now, number 4. Number 4 is a laptop.
Bruh.
Anymore, you can do insane things on pretty much a base model MacBook.
What did he say?
Now, the reason why I say this is, regardless of what you're shooting on and where you're shooting, I think it's really important to be able to go and play with your footage after you've shot it, whether it's something professional or not. Being able to go in, play with your editing suite, play with looks, play with plugins, being able to see how far you can manipulate the footage that you do shoot only allows you to be better with the tools that you use. And color is really important to go in and see and use all those tools. And anymore, you can pick up an M1 MacBook Air for almost what I consider nothing at this point, and you can edit pretty much all the way up to 8K raw red footage. It's pretty incredible what you can do now with a base model MacBook Pro. Even some stuff now, you can do stuff on an iPad Pro, but having some sort of computer to be able to take your footage and play with is really, really critical to expanding what you think you can do with your footage, and seeing how things react in certain ways is going to improve every time you go to set. So, number 4, a laptop so you can play with the footage you've shot. Now, number 3. This one is also kind of fun, and it's one that I strongly recommend. It is buying your own lights.
Bruh.
Now, I'm not gonna say which light specifically, because that part isn't important. The important part is that if you have lights that you use all the time and you don't own them, just do it! Just do it! I had a problem for a while where I would work with several different gaffers when I started out, and each gaffer had different items on their truck, and I felt it was really difficult to get consistent looks based on the tools that were available that each gaffer had. So, way back in the day, I bought, a 1.2K Arri HMI, and I used it on every shoot, and it was either I got paid for it or I donated it. But as time went on, owning my own lights became more important than owning my own camera. Because my look and my lighting style is so much more about the light I play with, not about the camera or the lenses. So to me, having consistent lighting for your look and your aesthetic is absolutely critical. And if you have the money to spend, I strongly suggest looking into buying some of the lights that you use most frequently, or the ones you've been wanting to get that you know you're gonna use a lot. You'll always have them at your disposal. You can use them to create your looks and keep that consistency through all the stuff you shoot. Now, number 2, way more boring than all the other stuff, but it is my Magliner senior cart and my junior cart. This is just for my own body and my personal health, but I got tired of carrying gear so long ago, and buying a cart is absolutely critical to just being efficient, moving stuff, working off of it. It has made every shoot infinitely easier than not having one. The Magliners break down, so do the Innovatives. Pro-Aim makes some knockoff versions.
Bruh.
Carts are out there, they're abundant. Some are expensive, some are not. But if you don't have a cart, find one that fits in your car that can break down. It changes the game across the board. With that, we're gonna get to our number one thing. But first, I'm going to give you just a couple things that were almost on the edge, little bonus ones. So I guess what I'll call number 7 is the red Sidewinder tool, which is just a little multi-tool that has a bunch of different things in it. I know Small Rig makes one and a couple other companies, but man, that thing goes with me everywhere, and I can use it on pretty much anything I'm building, whether it's grip and electric or camera department specifically. And if I forget all my tools, if I only remember that one specific tool, I can do 90% of the things that I need to do on set, and it just fits in my pocket. It's so great. Highly recommend one of those, cheap, easy, always keep it in your bag. Now, number 6, this one, kind of a big one. Buy a good, expensive tripod. And I know they're expensive, but trust me, if you buy it once, you will never, ever, ever regret it. The way a good tripod operates and its serviceability is so much higher and better than the lower end tripod systems. Not only that, I feel like the lower end systems are basically made to be used for a little while, break, and then you buy a new one. It's kind of annoying, kind of stupid, and it just creates waste. If you can get a good functioning tripod head and legs, you will use it on every job you go on, and it's an item that you can charge money for, so you will make your money back for it. And an expensive tripod, I'm thinking like a Sockler 18 or an O'Connor 1030, something in that range that can hold a decently sized camera package or one that is like relatively small. You know, you're gonna get anywhere from 50 to 150 bucks a day on it. Over time, that will pay off versus a really cheap tripod, maybe give them like 10 bucks or something like that. And they're breaking all the time. They never hold up. So if you can, if you're thinking about buying some stuff, a tripod is a worthwhile investment. I'm literally staring at a tripod that I've had right now for 11 years, and it still goes with me on tons of jobs, and it is held up, and it is easy to service. The maintenance is great. Trust me, it's worth it. Okay, number 1, the most important thing I've ever bought as a DP working in this career is not a camera. It is actually my 2010 Ford Transit Connect, a van.
Bruh.
Let me tell you, this thing was a game changer from day one, and I don't know why I didn't prioritize buying it sooner, but I can load up a whole cart worth of stuff and put a ramp out and just roll it straight in and drive away. No breakdown of a cart, no pulling everything out, no reaching way into a car and trying to fish things out and stacking stuff awkwardly and making sure rails and C-stands don't fly through your dashboard or your window. It is number 1, hands down, the single best thing I've ever bought in terms of efficiency. Just load in and load out is so much faster. It's great gas mileage. I can park it pretty much anywhere. All in all, the efficiency of that system as a working DP who's constantly bringing my own stuff to set all the time, it is hands down the one thing that I'm the most excited about purchasing in my career. So with that, those are the things that I think are the most important. I know you might be upset that I didn't say a camera, but hey, at the end of the day, if you have $100, you can rent any camera you want and they're all gonna look good. These other things will dramatically help you in efficiency and learning your craft better. $100 rental on a camera, you'll get there, you'll buy one. It will happen, but it's not the most important thing to me, and it hasn't really ever been. So with that, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, and if you're ever in the Pacific Northwest and you find yourself needing some camera rentals, some lighting rentals, look us up, we'd be happy to help. Till then, catch you on the next one.